Hello, guys. My name is Ifwa Edu, and I am your speaker for electronic and computer engineering. First of all, we're going to start off with how I chose my course. Firstly, I personally enjoyed STEM courses in secondary school. If you don't know what STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So I enjoyed these courses in school. So this propelled me to study engineering in the first place. I also attended an open day at secondary school where I learned more about engineering, just like you guys. And electronic and computer engineering was my first choice in DCU. So it was such an honor to be able to study this course. And studied, I decided to study electronic and computer engineering because I wanted to solve real world problems. I just didn't want to sit by a computer just doing random stuff. I really wanted to solve real world problems that would change the world for the better. Why is electronic and computer engineering brilliant? It is brilliant because it's a combination of both the software stuff and the hardware stuff. The hardware stuff are things you can see, such as wires, pliers, cars, phones, and the software stuff are computer programs such as apps, websites, and all the digitalization that you can see. So I enjoyed electronic and computer engineering because you combine your hardware, which are your phones and laptops, to the software, which is your websites and applications. Secondly, electronic and computer engineering provides a good understanding of the theory behind computer programs and applications. With this course, you get to create different apps, software, develop code to perform different tasks. And thirdly, electronic and computer engineering is brilliant because you get the opportunity to invent fascinating technology. The technology that will be used in 10, 20 years from now, we could all invent these when we study electronic and computer engineering. And most importantly, electronic and computer engineering is brilliant, especially in DCU, because you could solve real world problems and change the world for the better. Here, I'm going to explain some projects we embarked on throughout my journey in electronic and computer engineering. This is a second year project whereby I built a counter with an Arduino Uno, which was brilliant. And in first year, I built a plane with metal. And then in first year as well, I built a car. The car was programmed to perform three tasks. This car moved on a straight white line, it orbited about a circle, and it performed a 4-point turn. The structure of the first and second year modules. The modules in first year include professional development. This is a module about developing your CV and preparing you for interviews. The thing that makes DCU stand out is that the course structure is developed to help you be able to work beautifully in the workforce. It's not just about theory, but it's also about how you perform outside. And in the project and technical drawing module, I was able to build a car and design a plane as well. In software development, we programmed using different programming languages to perform certain tasks. In engineering mechanics, we just were able to learn more about statics, dynamics. In electronics, we built different circuits and problem solving, materials engineering, engineering math, science for engineering. All the courses in first year are common entry courses. So, regardless of whatever type of engineering you decide to study, you will do all the modules in first year. The modules in second year are specific to electronic and computer engineering, but you get to connect with mechatronics engineering students as well. We do many programs in second year. For example, in digital and analog electronics, that was where I built the counter. You tend to build sensors, traffic lights, and then in embedded systems, it was such a beautiful module because you learn about the back end code and how computers were formed in the first place, how different computers communicate with each other. And circuits, you just learn how to build circuits with wires, pliers, and operating systems was such an amazing module as well. And in second year, the whole point of second year is to help you get the basics of how technology was formed, so you could use that you could use the same knowledge to be able to build your own technology and develop what has already been invented. The structure for third and fourth year is similar, but in third year, there are 5 modules in the first semester. And then in the second semester, you do just 3 modules. I am currently in third year, and then I would do 3 modules in second semester at the moment because I have an internship placement, which I will talk about soon. And then in fourth year, there's a combination of different modules all together, and then there are options whereby you choose the particular optional modules you would like to specialize in. So there in electronic and computer engineering, there's 4 specializations, which is Internet of Things, digital interaction, systems and devices project, and 3D interface technologies. So you get to choose between these 4 and whichever sort of space you would like to delve deeply in, you choose these in 4 share. The engineering course timetable is very diverse and practical. Firstly, we have lectures. Lectures are a set of classes whereby the lecturers teach and explain the course for you to be able to understand. And then in the labs, you do what you learned in the lectures. The labs are very practical. The labs are usually 2 hours or 3 hour labs, whereby there are demonstrators around and your lecturer is around. They teach you how to build circuits, how to develop your code, how to design certain structures. And the labs are very useful because you could ask questions to lecturers and demonstrators and also interact with different students to be able to understand the task that has been given to you. Tutorials are very similar, but they're different to labs. The tutorials are whereby you solve exam paper questions or questions that are given to you by the lecturers to be able to do well in the module. The tutorials are very great because you get to ask the demonstrators questions you don't understand, and they help regardless of how stuck you are. There's no shame in asking for help, and the tutorials are much smaller classes than the lectures. So there's so much help in DCU to help you understand the course that is presented before you. Next, I'm going to talk about the campus life. DCU has over 140 clubs and societies. I am in so many. I'm in the African Society, Engineering Society, Space and Robotics Society, Girl STEM, and many more. I enjoy the clubs and societies because you get a chance to interact with people outside of your course. You get a chance to develop your own skills to be able to perform successfully and have a successful university experience. Secondly, DCU is beautiful and fully equipped with amazing libraries on both campuses. I'm currently in the library and in a small room. A small room is where you could book a room to study on your own, have meetings, have interviews, or study with your friends. And the libraries are fully equipped with amazing books to be able to study and understand. There's a math support center, which is brilliant because they help with whichever maths issues you have. So, as an engineering student, there may be maths problems that I may face. So I could come to the math support center to receive help. There's great mentorship opportunities in DCU. For example, in second year, every student was offered a mentor who studied your particular course. So I was given a mentor who studied electronic and computer engineering student who has graduated. And so this mentor helps me throughout my career. She helps me with interviews, scholarships, and things I'm going through in my career. And I'm also a mentor at the moment. I mentor first year engineering students. This is a brilliant program whereby if you study electronic and computer engineering, you're given a mentor in third year or fourth year who will guide you through your journey in first year. So you're never alone if you come to DCU. And my favorite thing is the internship and scholarship opportunities. I personally will be beginning an internship in Dell Technologies at the end of March, and it's a 6 month internship in third year whereby I get to gain real life experience. So it's an intra program whereby whatever I studied in college, I would get to use it practically in in third year in the real world. So I would be working as a software engineer. And there's great scholarship opportunities as well. DCU actually sent me a scholarship and I applied for the Generation Google Scholarship. And I am actually a recipient of that particular scholarship. And there were 12 students in Ireland who received the Generation Google Scholarship. It's a scholarship that Google gives to brilliant STEM students. And 12 students from Ireland received that award, and four of them were from DCU. There was only one student from every single university in Ireland, except for DCU, who had four students receive the scholarship. So DCU is very great in getting students to achieve great internship opportunities and scholarship opportunities. And there we have passionate lecturers who love to lecture us, teach us to be able to understand. We have like a brother and sister, father to son to daughter relationship with our lecturers. They always love to see students win, students grow and develop. Secondly, I would like to talk about the Engineering Society because I am part of the society. It's just an extracurricular club to connect engineering students and other year groups together. So when you study engineering in DCU or electronic engineering in general, you could join the Engineering Society to make friends within engineering, build fascinating projects. You could form connections with tech companies and seek for help with current modules as well. Future careers for engineering, specifically electronic and computer engineering, include computer engineering, such as software, which I will be doing during my internship, artificial intelligence developer. Artificial intelligence, an artificial intelligence developer is someone who uses machines or software or hardware to perform human tasks. So, something that a human would do, you would use machines to perform those particular tasks. That's what an artificial intelligence developer does. And my course, which is electronic and computer engineering, equips you to be able to do those practices. Also, in future you could be a network architect. You could also be a hardware systems design. You could be into gaming. So if you love gaming, electronic and computer engineering is the right course for you. You could also go into intellectual property law, and intellectual property law is an area within law that requires you to have a science or engineering degree. So you would be able to deal with copyright, and electronic and computer engineering is very good for intellectual property law because if someone invents new technology, you will need this type of law to be able to license them and make sure no one steals their idea. You could go into robotics, which is one of my favorites, and IT support. After studying electronic and computer engineering, you could also go into project management. Thank you so much for listening. And if you have any questions, please drop them into the live chat section. Thank you. Thank you, Kathleen. She says, wonderful illustration of the course and university. Thank you. DCU is wonderful. I love it here. I enjoy it every single day. I will live here if I can. And also, like, even if you study engineering, you could join different clubs and societies, like the Music Society, DCU style, DJ Society, and you don't have to have experience in those areas. So that's one thing I like about DCU, which is the fact that you can connect with other students on different projects, business, just different projects in general. Sure. I like to talk more about the campus life in general. DCU has over 140 clubs and societies, and I am part of a few. I'm part of the Music Society, the DJ Soc, Engineering Society, Christian Union, African Society. Like, there's something for everyone in the clubs and societies. Also, DCU has beautifully and fully equipped libraries on all three campuses. There's a library in Glasnevin, St. Pat's, and also in the All Hallows campus, whereby you could sit in a study room, form study groups, and also have interviews in the library. There's a math support center as well, which is very helpful, especially for electronic and computer engineering students, whereby you could go for help and there are people there to help with any math problem you have at all. Also, DCU has great mentorship opportunities. For example, as a third year student, I currently mentor 11 first year students. So when you come to DCU as a first year student, you're each given a mentor. This mentor would be a second year, third year, or fourth year student who will mentor you through your journey. They'll welcome you to DCU and help you throughout your first year. So you're never alone. There's so much help, especially when DCU has great mentorship opportunities. Also, DCU has great internship and scholarship opportunities. For example, DCU has the intra program whereby companies such as Google, Amazon, Microsoft, and top companies offer jobs to students. For example, I will be working in Dell Technologies at the end of March, whereby I would begin a 6 month internship to connect the real world. So, whatever I learned during my lectures and all the things I did, all my assignments, I begin to use those during the internship times. And also, DCU offers scholarship opportunities. For example, I was part of the Huawei Seeds for the Future scholarship, Microsoft scholarship, and there's so many scholarship opportunities that DCU gives to students. For example, DCU also made us apply for Google Scholarship, and I personally was a recipient of the Google Scholarship. So DCU encouraged me to join because they sent the scholarship around to students in electronic and computer engineering to apply. And in Ireland, there were 12 students who received the scholarship, and four of those students were from DCU. Every other university had just one student, but DCU managed to get four students to get this particular scholarship, and I was one of the four, and 12 students received it. And there's so many other scholarships, not just the Google Scholarship, that DCU offers to students from companies such as Intel, Microsoft, Huawei, Amazon, and others. And also the passionate lectures. The lecturers are always there to help with students with whatever help they need, whatever sort of guidance that is needed. The lecturers are always there to help. And to the engineering society, I love the engineering society because I'm a member of the society. They literally just went to Amsterdam to have fun. And it's a way to connect with engineering students from other year groups. So if you come to DCU, you get to connect with other engineering students from second year, third year, and other engineering students you may not be in the same class with. You could be with them, and in the engineering society, you could build fascinating projects such as cars, robots to perform different tasks, Raspberry Pis, and a lot of fascinating projects. And in the engineering society as well, you can form connections with tech companies. So there are a lot of tech companies that sponsor the engineering society, such as Engineers Island and other companies that help the engineering society to thrive and increase the opportunities available to students. Also, with the engineering society, you could seek for help with current modules, and if you're struggling with a module, the engineering society is a very great opportunity to seek for help from other students who may not be in the particular year you're in. So there's so much fun, and it DCU is just great in general. It's great for students, especially the projects we embark on. They could be used in real life to help you thrive. Also, if you have any questions, please pop them up into the live chat so we happily answer all your questions about DCU. And also, before I end, I just want to talk about the future careers in electronic and computer engineering. You could go into computer engineering, which is basically software and hardware. Hardware are the stuff you can see, such as phones, laptops, and software are your apps, websites, and this is something that you could do in the future after studying electronic and computer engineering. Also, you could be an artificial intelligence developer after studying this course. Artificial intelligence is when you make machines perform human tasks. And you could be a network architect by learning about networks such as Wi Fi, Bluetooth, how these things work. So, in my course, we tend to learn about what happens when you call someone on the phone, how they can receive your phone call, how you can communicate. When you send someone a text message, how they receive the particular text message that you sent. And in my course, another future career is being a hardware systems design. Hardware, as I said, are things that you can see and touch. So designing things such as laptops, gaming things, your phone, and also if you're into gaming, electronic and computer engineering is for you because you get to make games, design games in both hardware and software. Also, intellectual property law is a type of law whereby you protect the rights of innovators and people who create technology. So it's also a field that you could go into if you study electronic and computer engineering. Robotics, which is one of my favorite specialisms of engineering because you get to allow machines to perform certain tasks. Another thing, future career in electronic and computer engineering is IT support, whereby you could support IT systems and help the cloud in different ways. And last but not the least, project management is also a brilliant field in electronic and computer engineering. That is the future as well. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, please pop them up into the live chat.